Welcome to Whatever Happened to Pizza at McDonald's, the investigative journalism program, or IJP, where I ask the question, whatever happened to the pizza at McDonald's, a proud part of the Pizza Plea Network. I'm your host, Brian Thompson. Before we begin today's explosive program, I would like to take a moment to hear from our former competition. As longtime listeners know, this show was originally part of the Panoply Podcast Network. Only it was not really the Panoply Podcast Network. It was a false podcast network presenting itself as Panoply due to the criminal machinations of a confidence trickster named Monroe Boswell. To shorten a longer story, I briefly petitioned to have Whatever Happened to Pizza at McDonald's join the real Panoply Network, but two issues prevented this from happening. Number one, this show surpassed podcast quality and became instead an investigative journalism program, or IJP. And number two, I founded my own audio entertainment network, the Pizza at McDonald's Network. Subsequently, the actual Panoply Network dissolved after what I can only assume were a series of disastrous business decisions. Thus, the Pizza at McDonald's Network became Pizza Plea, our current home. Throughout this saga, I received a dearth of official communication from the powers that be at the Panoply Network. It seemed only professional that one of their representatives would reach out to me upon their demise to offer congratulations on the success of Pizza Plea. And while no Panoply representative has yet to take that courteous initiative, I did recently receive correspondence from a colleague of mine named B. Hodges, known on Twitter.com as @LifeOnAPlate, who attended an educational podcasting conference at Harvard Divinity School. I was ineligible for an invite to this conference as my show is not a podcast. But Andy Bowers, former Chief Information Officer for the Panoply Network, was in attendance. And Mr. Hodges did his due diligence by requesting comment on the formation of the Pizza Plea Network. Here now is that comment.
Well, I just want to say that I wish Pizza Plea the best, unless our lawyers determine that the trademark is too close to ours, in which case I'll see you in court. But if not, I wish you the best.
Thank you for the professional courtesy, Mr. Bowers, and I hope you land on your feet. Now on with the show. Here is a fact about me. I do not watch much television. Years ago, I paid a local Radio Shack employee to build me a device which would scan the closed captioning text of whatever program I was watching and sound an alarm at any mention of pizza. This allowed me to have the television on while I did other things and enjoy peace of mind that I would not miss any relevant news. But I had to disable the alarm once Little Caesars began experimenting with so many different kinds of hot and ready pizzas. Every time they decided to add more cheese or more pepperonis to their pies, the subsequent advertisement would sound a klaxon my neighbors found distracting at best. To stay on the proverbial good side of my literal homeowners association, I was forced to massively reduce my television time. Thus, I was unaware that the Columbia Broadcasting Company has begun airing a program called Young Sheldon. This is a situation comedy in which a young man named Sheldon is young in the late 1980s and early 1990s. This, of course, is the heyday of McDonald's pizza. You would be forgiven for assuming the setting of this program would automatically place it on my metaphorical radar, but as a veteran of the Hollywood industrial complex, I know that it is exceedingly rare for a show to feature a registered trademark such as McDonald's. Typically, companies spend upwards of hundreds of dollars for the privilege of having their name and logo featured in a television show or film. This is why I regularly send the McDonald's Corporation invoices for my use of their name in the title of this very IJP. But they do not pay these invoices, and they certainly would not pay for the privilege of allowing young Sheldon to feature McDonald's pizza, an item they seem heck-bent on shrouding in the mists of history. However, some of my listeners live lives of enough leisure that they make the time and effort to watch Young Sheldon, and what they discovered on a recent episode is shocking to say the least. Entitled A Crisis of Faith and Octopus Aliens, this is the third installment of Young Sheldon's second season. In it, the titular Young Sheldon's family sits down for a pizza dinner, and the box bears a familiar-looking logo. I have posted this image to our Twitter and Instagram accounts at @PizzaAtMcD's. Any forensic scientist would agree that the pizza box in question greatly resembles the original McDonald's pizza box. Both of them feature the word pizza rendered in a stylized font meant to evoke a glass neon sign. The only point of uncertainty is with the word McDonald's. It is unclear from the images I received whether the box on Young Sheldon says McDonald's. Perhaps, if one of my listeners becomes wealthy enough to afford a 4K television, this small mystery will be solved. But in the meantime, I decided I would have to do some on-the-ground journalism to get to the bottom of whether Young Sheldon really did feature McDonald's pizza. Fortunately, I live within the proximity of Warner Brothers Studios, which plays host to the filming locations for both Young Sheldon and its sister series, The Big Bang Theory, aka Old Sheldon. I attempted to gain access to the film set in order to confirm the use of a genuine McDonald's pizza box. Yes, I'm looking for whatever stage it is where they shoot Young Sheldon.
You have a pass for the lot?
I don't. My name is Brian Thompson. I'm a journalist.
Okay. I can give you information about where that's filmed.
I know it's somewhere on this lot. Can I just walk around until I find it? Or?
You can. It's a private property here.
Well, can I ask you one question?
Sure.
I was watching an episode of the show, and I saw that they filmed a scene featuring a pizza box that looked like this.
Like
which
salad box.
looks like McDonald's pizza.
This way. Yeah.
From when McDonald's used to serve pizza. Do you remember when McDonald's served pizza at all?
I do not.
Do you remember when McDonald's served pizza, sir? Anybody?
This is up on camera. They can make those as props. It doesn't have to be real.
Exactly, yes. And so that's what I wanted to do, is look in the props department or something and see if I could find this prop and see if it says McDonald's on it, because I can't tell from the picture.
Unfortunately, it's private property, and without a pass, you can't come on the property.
Okay, do you know who I need to contact in order to get a pass?
I don't even know who runs that show.
I believe it's Chuck Lorre.
I don't know how to get a hold of him.
Okay. I'll just look in the yellow pages then.
Okay.
Thank you. I will update you on my attempts to contact Young Sheldon showrunner Chuck Lorre. On my way out of Warner Brothers Studios, a passing pedestrian noticed my vintage McDonald's pizza hat and flagged me down. Maybe, I hoped, this expedition would not be conducted in vain, and I would obtain some useful information from this random informant.
My name is Andrea.
Andrea, I'm Brian.
Brian, very nice to meet you,
Nice
Brian.
to meet you.
So, you want me to give you my email address? If you do a story, you can email it to me.
I'm sure, yeah.
am.com. He's doing a story right now on me. These are all my best friends, by the way.
Oh, hi. Hello, best friends. My name is Brian.
See, I'm going to get my story out now. Okay.
Her story about McDonald's pizza?
I actually don't have a story about McDonald's pizza.
Well, that's my primary area of
Okay,
interest.
I'm really sorry.
So you guys are going on the Ellen show, or? Perhaps someone will let me know whether or not this person ever made an appearance on Ellen. Today's episode of Whatever Happened to Pizza at McDonald's is brought to you by Stitch Fix. Are you tired of going to a clothing store, trying on clothes, purchasing the ones that meet your needs, and bringing them home for subsequent wear? For some, this system is an utter failure. It is a source of dread, consternation, and ultimately the danger of unintended nudity. With Stitch Fix, you do not have to put forth any effort whatsoever when it comes to clothing yourself. Their fleet of online robots will decide what you would like to wear and send those items to you in a box. Put them on, and you are no longer nude. Even better, you are mentally and emotionally undamaged. Stitch Fix, the new way to not be nude. Thank you for listening to Whatever Happened to Pizza at McDonald's, a proud part of the Pizza Plea Network. Do you know what happened to pizza at McDonald's? Do you remember it? Please send all correspondence to pizzaatmcdonalds@gmail.com. Visit our attractive website at www.pizzaatmcdonalds.com. You will find links to our Twitter and Instagram pages, as well as to our Teespring store, where you may purchase quality Whatever Happened to Pizza at McDonald's merchandise. To provide financial support, visit patreon.com/pizzaatmcds, or to make a one-time donation, use our PayPal email address, pizzaatmcdonalds@gmail.com. I'm Brian Thompson.